coming to day 3 of the bootcamp. Day 3 of the bootcamp, we are done with the coding part. Our project has been set, all ready to run. Now we will run the server. To run the server, we have to perform the commands in the command prompt. Now let me open the command prompt. So I will clear the screen over here in the command prompt, CLS. Now I will run the server. And which server? Where is the server? We will run the server using manage.py, and we are already in LMS. We will show dir. Dir, you can see that our manage.py is already here. So we have to run this server using manage.py. So Python manage.py run server. This is the command to run the server. I will press enter. So you can see there are no errors. The server is successfully running on our Chrome. But here is a message. You can see you have 18 unapplied migrations. Now remember, I have mentioned migrations folder in the starting. Now we will perform the actual migrations part. What we will do, we have created the tables in models.py. All the tables are using class and functions. Now we will be converting those classes into real database tables. Migration will do that. How it will do? We will run some commands and it will automatically convert all the models, all the classes into tables. So click Ctrl+C to get the control. We have got the control. Now we will perform commands like Python manage.py make migrations. I will copy it. I will paste it. Python manage.py make migrations will create a file, and within that file we will have the table. I will show it. Within that file, migrations, I have the migrations over here. You can see. See, a new file has been created. 001 initial.py. This is a new file created by running that command. Next, I have to migrate. I have to migrate all my tables, all my classes to that particular file. So for that, I will be performing this command. I will run this command, Python manage.py migrate. So all done. Now I will create a super user who will access the admin panel. For that, I will run the command. Python manage.py create super user. It is asking us user name. I will give admin. Email address, let it be blank. Password, let us give admin. Confirm password, let us give admin. Okay, bypass password, we will give here yes. You can see super user has been created successfully is the message what we got. Now we are all set. We will run the server again using the same command. Copy, paste. Python manage.py run server. Enter. So our server is running on this URL. HTTP 127.8.000. I will copy it from here. And then I will open Chrome. And I will paste it here. Now we have to reach the admin section. So I will write admin. I will click on enter. You can see the admin panel. Username. It is asking for username. I will give as admin. Password I will give as admin. And I will log in. Now you can see this is our server side. Admin panel, server side. You can see that we have created two tables, users table and course table. But we can't see any of the tables on this admin panel. To see the table, we need to register our table. For that, we are having this code and we will open VS Code admin.py. And here I will paste it. What? We are registering our user table. User table is in our models.py. So we are importing the models.py and then we are registering the LMS users table. I will save this and I will go to the Chrome section. I will refresh the page. And as soon as I refresh, you can see our LMS user. It is coming over here. This is the table. Now we will create a user from server side. This is our server side. We will create a user from add. Let us say user 101. Email is user101@gmail.com. Gender, let us take male. Number, let us take 123. Password, let us take user 101. And user type, let us take teacher. Save. So a new user has been created. A new record has been created. Record means object. Object in terms of programming. We are working with Django. So a new object has been created. You can check the object. We have created a new object. This object creation is done from server side. Now we will see how we can create objects, how we can insert records from client side. That is, we will be testing our 4 APIs, get, post, put, and delete. And for this, we will be using Postman. Postman is a software to test all the APIs from client side, how it will be working when it will be live on internet. So we can test it from Postman. So I will be using Postman app. Okay. Here, request, I will be creating a new request. First of all, I will run get method. For get method, I will perform HTTP. What was my URL? Let us copy it from here. Localhost 127. Copy. In the Postman, I will paste it here. Now to get API, let us check VS Code urls.py. You can see that get API has an endpoint, or you can say router. Get API has an endpoint of get all user to fetch all the users. So I will copy it from here, and in the Postman I will paste it here. This URL will fetch all the users which will be on our LMS. Let us send. So you can see I have done one entry on the user from admin panel from the server side, user 101. The same user is being shown over here. Everything, every field. So we have got the users. We have fetched the user data using get API. Next was post API. Post API was to make a new entry. To make a new entry, our endpoint was sign up. So this entry will be made using client side. From client side, we will enter a new user. Let us see. So the endpoint, or you can see router, was sign up. Sign up was our router. You can check over here that we have the router sign up. So the same I have mentioned over here, sign up. And in the sign up, since it is a post API, so serializer is there, and serializer will take some inputs from the user. So we need to give input. How we will give the raw input? We will go to the body section. We will select raw. We will select JSON from here. Okay. It is post API. We have get API, right? And get API has given us some data. We will copy it from here and we will post it on post API. Post it. Now I will just edit the data to give a new user entry. Let us see user ID 2. I have a new user 102. Email is 102 mail, and let us give a mobile number of 456. New user. So I have just edited the data for a new user entry. All done. We will do send. You can see the message. User created successfully. Means post API is working all right. And we have also got the status 201, which we mentioned in the code. 201 created, that user created successfully. The post API is working well. Next, we have the put API. Put API to update a record. Post API, we have performed the post API. We have done a new user entry. Let us check whether this new user has been created or not. Let us go to this page and let us refresh the page. You can see a new object has been created. Object 2. This is the user which we just created from the client side. All done. Now, from user 1, you can see I have user101@gmail.com. I want to edit this email. I will do it using put API. Postman. I will select put API. Okay. Now URL. What was the URL for put API? It was, I think, update email, right? Update email was our URL. Let us check on the code. Yes, update email was our URL. You can see. To update the email. So update email. Now here also we want a serializer input. In input, what we will give? We will give the number and we will update the email. So in the body part, we will select raw and JSON. The same thing, we only want to give the new email. All rest things just ignore and delete it from here. So 123 user and new email. Let us give user 101 updated. This is our new email. Okay. Now I will perform this put API send. You can see a message has come, use email updated successfully, and the status code is set to 200, which means we are successful in implementing this put API. Let us check. We have updated this first user and we will refresh the page. You can see the user 101 updated@gmail.com. This is done by the put API. All done. Now coming back, we have the last API as delete API. Now we will be deleting user 101 updated. We have updated that user. Now we will be deleting that particular user only. So again, a new API request, and here we will be selecting delete. So for delete, what was the endpoint? I think it was delete user. So delete user. Let us check. Yes, it was delete user. From here you can see. So delete user, and note it. In delete user, we are not passing only the endpoint. We are passing the number also in the URL. of the user which we want to delete. So the number of the user which we want to delete should be passed in the URL. So in the Postman, which user I want to delete, having the number 123, I will pass it in the URL itself. As soon as I will click on send, a message has popped. Message is user deleted successfully. And you can see that status has set to 204 no content. Let us check whether the user has been deleted. Now you can see we are only left with only one object, and the object number 1 has been deleted, which is because of delete API. This was all about the 4 APIs, how they performed, how they are tested, how we performed insert operation, creating a new record from the server side as well as from the client side. This was all about the 3 days workshop. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.